All right, guys, welcome back. Another episode of No Clue Garage. Man, what a week it's been. We did a lot of work last weekend. I don't know if any of you guys watched our video last week, but man, that was a lot of work cleaning out this whole garage, insulating, just preparing for the winter. I want to be able to put videos out in here in the wintertime, and it gets pretty chilly outside. I don't want to be rolling around on the ground when it's, 30 degrees outside. So we insulated the back of our garage. Plan on putting some heat back there, like a wood burning stove or something. But we got that done last week. That was a heck of a project. So while I was doing that, if you guys watched the video, you heard me say I had a bunch of scrap metal stuff that I wasn't going to use. So we threw it all in the truck and went and hauled it off and got a little bit of money. And with that money, I bought something. So this week's video, we're actually going to be working on some VW stuff. Now, my last VW video where I did put the air ride on the front, man, that video did great. For me, it did great. It's already doubled the views of my most viewed video. Got a couple of comments on it, some likes and stuff, which is awesome. Woo. So I do appreciate all that. Any of you guys that watch that, I appreciate it. I know last week's video, to the people that are here for automotive stuff, was kind of boring because it was just us doing choring. As old Wayne would say, everybody's got to be choring. So, but, if you did watch it, thanks. If you're back for some more automotive, especially VW, this week it is. So, like I said, I bought some stuff. These are the air shocks for the rear. So I bought the air shocks and I bought the adapters. I haven't even tried them on yet from Air Cooled. That are supposed to convert these over to 1/4 inch. I would have went back with the ones that I bought for the front, but I wasn't sure if they would fit these because the shocks I bought for the front were Monroe's. These are Gabriel Hijackers. So I called and talked to the guys at Air Cooled. Really nice people over there. Really nice people. They said that their air shock 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch line adapters should fit every shock manufacturer. If not, I can send them back for 100% refund. So I have a feeling they're going to fit. We'll try them here in a little bit. But also what we're going to do when we put those on is I'm going to lower the rear of this bug by about 2 inches. Now, right now it's sitting high because I had the back jacked up. But you guys have seen where it's set before. I'm going to still lower it another 2 inches. And then put the air shocks on so that I'm hoping to only get, I'm expecting to only get maybe 1 inch lift out of those air shocks. But if I lower it 2 inches, that's going to pick it back up maybe 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and make it drivable. Now, one thing I did discover, you guys heard me on my last video talking about the front end and the car sitting kind of funky. If you look at the car, and it might be a little hard to see on the camera, it leans to the driver's side by about 1.5 inches. I was thinking it was going to be the back torsion bars, so I did a few things. So the first thing I did is I put a jack center of the rear, right on the cross member, right in front of the engine, dead center, picked it up, got all the weight off the rear wheels. And by doing that, that should have took the tension off the torsion rods, and if the rear was what's causing it to lean, should have made the front level out. It didn't. So the next thing I did was I took my jack stands, made sure they were even, both of them, same notch, in fact, they were all the way down, put it on the same spot on the beam on both sides, set it down on the jack stands, still 1.5 inches lower on the driver's side. I know it's not the beam because this is a different beam than what I had before. And it still leaned on the beam that I had in there before. So I think I'm just going to have to face it, what I wasn't wanting to think. I think this pan might be bent. The frame head might be bent. And also another thing that leads me to that, if you look back at some of the older videos when we were putting the headliner and interior in, I showed you guys where you could see it looks like this whole passenger side of this car, like the rear quarter and all that has been welded in. This car had been in a hard hit at one time. So that leads me into thinking that this pan is bent. And if it's bent, it's going to be bent towards the passenger side down, which is causing that side to sit up higher. Now, it's not no big deal because that's not, I don't know how to English. It's not a big deal because it rides good. The only thing that's really bugging me is this is how it sits. This front suspension is all the way down. It's not the torsion bars in the front. If you look, there is no suspension left on this. And that is where the tire tucks. You can see it tucks. The tread is just right there at the fender, which is fine. That looks good. But man, when I come over here to this driver's side, let me get around my jack here. This is how I want it to sit. And this is how the driver's side sits. It is about 1.5 inches lower on this side. Like I said, drivability, it drives fine. It goes straight down the road. I don't have no issues there. It's just me being me, and I want that tucked look, but I can't get it anymore on that side. Now I know if I was to put drop spindles, I could get it to tuck more on that side, and it's still going to sit lower, but maybe it'll blend a little bit better. That, and the wife said she's followed me like to the last car show that we went to together. She followed me there, and she said you can really see that it's leaning. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that yet, but I am going to lower the back, and we're going to do that this week on this video. Now, I'm not going to do much right at this moment. I'm just out here talking with you guys because it's Saturday, and our little town does this big event on Main Street for all the kids where it's a week before Halloween. So they close down Main Street, and all the stores open up to hand out candy. So all the kids go line up. So we got to go do that here in about an hour. So here in about 20 minutes, I got to go help the kids start getting their costumes on. So like I said, we're not going to do too much right now. I'm going to just eyeball this and think about it more. But that only lasts a couple hours. When we get done with that, we're going to come back and we're going to get to work. And I'm going to bring you guys along for all of it. I have never touched the rear suspension in one of these. The torsion bars, I've watched many videos, YouTube University. So again, that makes me an expert. And again, on that note, let me remind you guys, don't do as I do. This is just me showing you how I do it. If you're going to do this, you do it at your own risk and do your own research. But like I said, I have never done this before. So there's probably going to be a lot of cussing. I won't let you guys hear the cussing because, I like to try to keep this a little family friendly. But I don't know. We'll see. I've heard that the torsions in the back can be kind of a pain to get in and out, especially if they've been in there a long time. I've heard some people say it's not all that bad. It doesn't look too bad. We'll see. We'll just have to get into it and see. I'm looking forward to it, though. I want to see how it rides. Again, I don't know how much lift I'm going to get because I do need a bigger compressor. I have got to get a bigger compressor. That one I've got only delivers 100 PSI. It's supposed to deliver 100 PSI. The PSI switch I've got is supposed to cut off at 100. It cuts off at like 90. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. I ordered it from Amazon for like $9. But I need a bigger compressor. I need like 150 to 200 PSI compressor. But we're going to see. We're going to see how much lift we can get out of the front and back. Plus that one compressor and that one tank I've got is going to be lifting the front and back. So volume is going to be my other battle. But we'll see. I'm sitting here yapping. All right. I'm going to put this up. I'm going to go get these kids together, get this stuff done so that we can get back. I'm going to go ahead and get tools and stuff together. So when we get back, we can get right to work. And I might bring you guys along for a little bit of the kids trick-or-treating down here too. We'll see. We'll see. Depends on how they behave. You know how kids are. Depends on if they pay the dad tax. Any of you guys out there got kids, you know what dad tax is. You always got to get a piece of that candy. So, all right. I'm going to stop blabbing. I'm going to shut this off. When we come back, we'll be working on the car.
Biggest thing was persevering, qualifying well, getting safety points early, and being, sort of on.
She's awful shiny right now.
Yeah, because it's wet. God, I hope the other side after I do the back sits down this low. I love that right there. That side sits up like 2 inches higher. I'm hoping it's because of the back.
What was going on?
I thought my generator was going out because here lately it just wouldn't start. Just click, click. Found that my adapter for my positive was bad. I put a new one on there, still did it. Found out my negative terminal was loose. But I tweak it and tighten it down and it's still doing it. But I put the jump box on it, started it, and as soon as I took the jump box off the negative cable, it died. Generator should have probably kept it running. So I put the cable back on there, started it up, and I'm getting over 14 volts when I rev it. So generator's not going out. I think that negative cable's just very corroded. But it still should have ran when I took that off there. I don't know. So I got a new negative cable to put on it. I just got to put it on there.
Sulfur?
Yeah, I don't know. The weird thing is this is a 4 gauge 20-inch long, $16.99. The 4 gauge 15-inch long, which would have been better for this application, was $2 more. I don't get it.
It's not for you.
It's 4 inches less cable. No, you can't have this. No, this is not a toy. This is not a toy. Where's your toy? Go get your toy. Go get it. Go get your toy. Where's it at? Get it.
Here, buddy.
You chew on that. No, you can't have this, but. See, the big thing is stand right there and look at that front tire. See how it sits? Just stand right there.
Mm-hmm.
See how that front tire sits? Now come over here and stand in the same place and look at that front tire.
She's tall.
Yeah. I'm hoping it is just raised up in the back. That this torsion bar, that one over there is weaker or somebody's messed with it. And that when I do that. But here in a minute, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a jack under the back and pick it up off the ground until the wheels are off the ground. And then if that's the case, that front should even out. And if it doesn't, I'm going to be kind of irritated. You cannot have this.
Please.
You cannot chew on a battery cable, dude. Especially a $20 battery cable. No. You can't do it. No, you can't. You can't. You can't do it. So let's start with the back. And they say you really can't go off the fenders because, yeah, aftermarket fenders might be different. I don't know if these are all original, if they're not. But that is reading 25. And I got to learn how to read a tape measure. 3/16. A little less than 25 1/4. And this one is reading 25 even. So
That's
you
not that
think
big of a difference.
if it's holding the front up, it's got me worried that the pan might be bent up front. This car was in a bad wreck at one time because we know that whole quarter panel is changed. If that pan is bent, that could keep that side up. I don't know. See, but over here, this side, we're at 22 3/4. Over here, we're at 24 1/2.
That's a big difference.
That's 1 3/4. Is that right? I don't know. It's late. My math's not that great. So it's like pretty much 2 inches taller on that side. But I'm gonna wheel a jack around here, get right up underneath that cross member in the back, and pick it up and see if the front doesn't level out. If I can remember where.
Over there.
Okay, yeah. If the back torsions is what's holding it, as I pick this up, that front corner should start going down. What I've pretty much done now is I picked it up dead center and I'm relieving the torsions. The pressure off the torsion bars. My rear wheels are off the ground.
It didn't change.
It didn't move. I'm starting to think that my freaking pan is bent. Because it's set that way before I even lowered the front end with the other beam in it. It's set squatted on the driver's side. And this is still sitting 24. It might have dropped 1/4 inch, but it's still this is at 22 3/4. And look at it. Just stand here and look at it. It's clean. See it?
Mm-hmm. It's really noticeable when I follow you down the road.
I don't get why it's doing that. And I don't think it's torsion because, see, there's no suspension. It's all the way down. If it was torsion, it would still. It's almost like I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Is it hitting something down there? The new stuff? Hitting something?
I don't know.
It was kind of a entertaining night trying to get all that in down there. Maybe we got something crooked.
It can only pretty much go in one way because it sits into the frame head.
Oh.
That's Michael Jackson. It don't matter if you're black or white. You were the last one to use my level. My little short.
The little one? It's still in your boys' room. You want me to go get it?
I had like 5 of them around here, but I need one right now, and I don't know where any of the others are.
You want me to go get it?
I could really use it right now.
Okay, I'll be back. What you doing? What you doing? Hi. Hi, cat.
I'm gonna be able to see under here. So, what are you doing, dumbbell? I'm gonna get here. You can't even see that center bubble. That's like dark purple. Hey. Okay, that is pretty much. Hey. 11. Oh God, your breath stinks, dog.
You got dog breath.
If I put that.
You're a good boy. You're a good boy.
bottom of
You're a
the
good boy.
beam.
You're a good boy.
Beam is pretty much level straight across. Oh, the higher I can get it. I really need a better compressor. On the old Amazon, there's a 3-gallon tank and 2 compressor kit. Hint, hint.
Is it in the cart?
No.
Oh.
It's just an Amazon.
That doesn't help me.
It's like $189.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little more than
A little more than.
Yeah.
Now you can get all wet.
Yep. My goal is to just bring this in and let it drip dry tonight.
Ooh, that's very wobbly.
Yes. Watch out, pup. It's on jack stands.
So
This
theoretically,
is not a good comparison.
though, if it's up in the air like that, shouldn't both tires be the same now?
That's what I'm going to check fender heights.
Ah, got it.
The concrete it's not level, but it's still within the lines on the bubble, which is close enough for me. It shouldn't be 2 inches off. And theoretically, with the jack stand set at the same height, both of them are at the same spot at the bottom of the beam, these fenders should be the same. If the fenders are both the same. And to the bottom, 31 1/4. To the bottom, we have 29 3/4. What did I say over there?
31.
31 1/4. Up the center of the wheel.
31 and something.
29 3/4. Oh yeah. Could be 31 1/4. So that's 1.5 inches difference in just the fenders. Does the car look straight?
Measure to somewhere else. Measure to the.
But look at the car. Even the car's not straight. Stand back here and look at it. I think that frame head's bent. I think the pan's bent.
She is kind of.
It's leaning to the driver's side.
The roof is. You can see it on the roof.
Uh-huh. And the jack stands are same height and everything. I think the freaking pan's bent.
So what do you do about that?
Well, being that I want to lower it and slam it all the way down, it's always going to be higher on that side. I could adjust the rear torsions to keep this side up, but I don't want to do that. I want the dang thing to slam. Both tires are off the ground, right? Yeah.
This might be a really dumb question,
Yeah.
but is the pan different from like a frame?
The pan is the frame.
Pan is the frame.
The pan on a Volkswagen, the pan is the bottom, and then the whole body bolts to the pan.
So on other cars, when the frame's bent, it's totaled.
You could take it to a frame shop and they could tweak it. Now, measuring off these fenders is not a good comparison,
No, measure to somewhere else.
but there's nowhere else to really measure to.
What about the rail things? Yeah, those.
Those have been changed and stepped on to the top of that doorpost, touching the bottom, touching the doorpost is 39 5/16. No, yeah. What did I say? 39 5/16. Ah, this one's got a mirror on it. Yeah, and this side is 38 7/8. So the pan at the front is bent. So it's got that side, actually it's bent this way because it's got that side sitting taller. I mean, just standing here with that on jack stands, you can see it. It's inch and a half. It's just bent. What's up, dude?
Hello.
Well, I guess I don't feel any worse about cutting it all up and crap.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when I grabbed that fender and pulled it out?
Yeah.
Come out here and look at the corner of that fender compared to that one. I think those are different fenders.
I don't know. Maybe. That one's got a dimple in it too, though.
Yeah. See, that fender sticks way out there.
Hello.
That really sucks because I love the way, and that might be why that side tucks so much more. Is that pan is bent to the point where that's pushed up harder.
So bend the other side.
You can't bend that frame. You got to go wrap it around the tree to bend the frame.
Then how did it get bent in the first place?
Right.
Well, if you remember when the inside was out and we were looking up here at the headliner, this car, this whole back end has been re-welded on this car. You can see where it was cut and it was welded along here and down here and up here. So
And that's not an original door. And there appears to be Bondo or something up here.
I think that's metal.
Right here.
That was just a dent. But it's got me wondering if this car was hit that bad here. Oh, it's a 67 body. From everything I see, and the pan is stamped 67.
Do it.
Let's do it. 67. I don't know. All I do know is that the pan is bent. Because it's not the beam, because it did it with the original beam too.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter back here, it's probably the same. I mean, I could be leaning a little bit, but nothing I do back here is going to fix that.
Maybe it'll make it less noticeable.
I don't know. My plan is to lower these about 2 inches back here and put the air shocks that I got on. So I don't know if it will make it. I'm still wondering if I shouldn't go 2 inches on that side and 2 1/4 on this side. That's probably what I'll end up doing. I'll see about tomorrow. Get them changed out.
That is bud.
You sniffing my butt?
Actually, why just straight up?
I'm probably screwing up royally, but I just want to see something. Now let's see what happens to the tires when I lower it. Watch the wheels.
It's more noticeable in here.
I took the adjuster screws all the way out, so now that thing can go all the way down.
Oh.
Oh,
I mean, it's still sitting way the hell up here.
It's like it's hitting something.
It's bent.
Come on.
Because I guess with the adjusters all the way down, suspension's all the way down. Well, that is 24. Yeah, 24 1/4. This side is 22 3/4. This side's tucked in.
It's the same.
Is it the same as what it was before?
Yeah.
So taking those adjusters out really didn't do anything.
It did nothing. Because it was 22 and 24.
I don't know. I'll investigate more this weekend. So I'm gonna have to get it back up and get it in the air, and pull the wheels off and start measuring some stuff. But I bet that pan is tweaked. I mean, it doesn't look bad right there, but that's not the look I want. If you go to the other side,
It doesn't look bad as long as you don't look at both sides.
well, but that's not the look I want. Look at the other side.
Yeah, no, you want the...
I want the slammed look.
Yeah, you want to not see the black.
I want it to tuck tire. Of course, I'm gonna have to roll the car back
I'm just saying.
to get those to go back down. I was hoping that I was gonna come out here and jack the back end up, and that front end was just gonna level out. Because right there would have told me that this adjuster is screwed. Or adjuster, torsion. What are you doing, Dum Dum?
You got that red bug on your leg?
Sure glad I got such an expensive toy for you.
It's expensive.
No, Daddy probably acquired it.
I did.
You did.
We're just keeping this section of the video light. You're all wet.
I am a little defeated right now. It's all right. I mean,
You can barely notice.
This is just the stink bug.
yeah.
It kind of fits.
It's just I can't get that slam look I want from it.
For now.
It's always gonna lean.
Maybe you'll figure out something eventually. Or maybe somebody can comment an idea.
God, this side looks good. This is the way I want it to look. All right, so we're back from the little Halloween deal. I unfortunately did not get any video. Busy with the kids, but we got a couple pictures. I'll put them in right here. Kids had a blast and got a lot of candy, which I can't wait for because, you know, they got to pay dad tax. You guys know all about that stuff. So we're back here in the shop. Got the car up on jack stands. And one thing, you know, I've been, as I talked earlier, I've been thinking my pan might be bent because of the front. And it might be a little bit because of the way that it sits. But one thing I did notice when I jacked it up, everything is level with the jack stands. I measured the jack stands. Everything's sitting level across the board. And I know they say you can't measure to the fenders because some fenders are different. If they're aftermarket, they're off different years. They're just not the same. Every fenders aren't not the same. So I got to measuring, and I measured from the ground up to the fender. This one matches the other side. Up front, I measured fender to fender. This one over here is an inch taller. So I thought, well, that's could be because the pan's bent. I measured to the door hinge. I measured from the ground, touching here and touching here. So it's same both sides. This side matches that side. So I don't think it's the pan. So then I got to looking at the fenders and see if you guys can see what I'm seeing. Look at the fender on the driver's side. See how it's bowed out more there at the front? So I got to measuring, and I went straight across from here to the edge of the fender, and then came over here and did the same, measured from here straight across. This is an inch narrower than that one. These are two different fenders.
Hi,
Hi. What were you for Halloween thing today?
a zombie cheerleader.
Zombie cheerleader. Did you get us some candy?
Mhm.
All right.
I had the candy necklace,
Candy necklace.
Mhm.
Cool.
and I want more.
One more. So the whole car looks like it leans when it's all the way down. So I'm still thinking there's something funky with the front, but those fenders are definitely different. And that's really what's throwing off the way the tires tuck. So that's something we'll deal with later though. Today's project, as I told you guys earlier, I've got the wheels pulled off and we're going to lower these rear torsion bars. Some things we're going to have to do, I'm not looking forward to. The Z-bar. I'm going to have to take the Z-bar out. Z-bar is pretty much the rear stabilizer. I'm afraid that if I don't take it out, that this is going to bottom out up here. And I don't want that to happen. The other problem I'm going to have is this hardware is all rusty. So I'm probably going to end up having to cut these out. And if I go back in more, I'm going to have to buy new Z-bar stuff. The bushings are kind of shot anyway. So you can get new bushings anyway. All the videos I've watched said that I need to go inside and undo my e-brake cables to allow this. Because once we undo these bolts here on the swing arm, what do they call it? Spring plate, I think they call that. I've got to slide this back, about 3 inches or so in order to get that to clear, because this has to be completely clear of the spring plate here so I can get in here to the torsion bar. So I don't know if I'm going to do that right now. I think I'm going to get all this loose and see if I can move it out of the way, if it'll fit. If not, then I'll get inside. I don't really want to screw with the adjustment of my e-brake because it works good. So I really don't want to mess with the adjustment of my e-brake because it works good. So I'm going to try to do that without removing that. But I think first off, I'm going to have to try to get this Z-bar loose. I'm hoping I don't have to cut it. There's going to be, I'm going to leave the Z-bar in, but I'm going to take the link out. There's a nut on the bottom. I know it's going to be rusty, but I might put some heat on it. And then underneath this rubber, there should be a nut under there. I'm hoping that rubber protected it from getting too rusty, but we'll see. So, oh yeah, we got to take the shock off, which of course, because we're going to do lowered our air shocks anyway. And then the bump stop, a lot of times you'll see, if you're doing an extreme lower, you have to come in and grind this off and take some of them call it a snubber, but I think I'm going to take and cut the bump stop in half. Like I said, I'm only doing a 2-inch lower, which is going to be quite a bit back here. So we'll see. Once I get it lowered, we'll set it down on the ground and see how everything's hitting at full lower. And then probably try to lift it up. Hi.
I got a lemon head.
A lemon head. Ugh. But we'll check it all out and see how it all looks. I said, if it sits on the bump stops, if it's low enough, sits on the bump stops at full lower, I don't care. I'm not going to drive it that way. But I need to make sure that nothing is bottomed out when I've got air in the air shocks. All right, so I'm going to try to get you guys set up. I'm going to get some tools. We're going to try to get that Z-bar loose first. This might be fun. All right, so I'm going to, I shouldn't have looked at them lights. Now I can't see. I'm going to go ahead and start by just shooting everything that I can with some PB. Stupid PB blaster only comes out with the can upside down. I don't get it. Besides this, that stupid light keeps flickering.
Why do you turn this on? Oh, the end on the top turns it on.
I need to stop looking at them LED lights because they're making me go blind. I'm legally blind. You guys know what that means?
Comment down below if you know that.
Comment down. Maddie says, comment down below if you know that mean. I'm legally blind. I don't think that's going to work because I think that's a plastic cover. Something's turning, but I don't think it's the nut. No, it's just the plastic.
Now it's like, comment down below. Which K-pop do you listen
What is going on? Did that nut actually? Wow, guys, that nut actually come loose.
So like now I have a comment of Ruby.
I don't even know what you're saying, baby, but okay.
And
Hey,
that's the-
do me a favor. On top of my toolbox is those magnetic trays. The little round, looks like a little bowl, silver.
When I
Is there an empty one there?
the one on the bottom.
Okay, bring it to me, please.
Are you talking about these?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, that bottom part came out. Wow, guys.
That's not sour at all.
Yeah. I got to work on the top. Okay. Now I think, see, this is rubber here, but this is that metal? All right, guys. I know nothing about this. I have never in my life worked on one of these setups. That is all rubber. So how does that come off to get to the nut? It's supposed to be on. Oh, it's just a rubber cap. All right. So you guys are learning with me. So I have no clue.
Is that why your shows?
That is exactly why my channel is called No Clue Garage. Because I have no clue what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I'm learning as we go. Let's see, that needs to
You're
go.
also really good at it.
I don't know if I'm really good at it, but oh gosh, guys, this thing came right off there.
Because you used to be in the front.
Yeah, I used to, but I've never worked on Volkswagens before.
Yeah, but most probably should be easy.
They are. They're not too hard.
The sourness on the lemon head has gone away.
Yeah. All right. Actually, all this rubber on this Z-bar looks pretty good. I know the other side, it's missing the bottom stuff. But that actually came out a lot easier than I expected.
I'm watching the video.
You watching?
Yeah, it's already been 13 minutes.
Wow. So we're going to put this all together, and I'm going to put it in my VW parts stash. So if I ever need to reuse it, we'll have it. Ain't that right, Maddie?
Mm-hmm.
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 Mm-hmm. Put it up here. All right, so next, we're going to be the big Mama Jamma, and I didn't bring any wrenches that big, I can tell you already. So let's see what size I need. What size you think that is, Madison? Hope it's not that one, because that one just flew away.
I don't know.
You don't know. You should know.
I don't know.
The 19? It's that one, whatever that is.
What is that one?
A 19.
Oh,
I need to go find a 19 wrench. Are you drawing on the floor with chalk, knowing that I've got to lay on that floor?
so it's just blue.
It's just blue. Blue. Uh-oh.
What's my favorite color?
Blue is your favorite color?
Yep.
What? No way.
What is this? Daddy, what is this?
What? That is the thing for the microphones.
Oh!
So
So your microphone's right there?
the nut is a 19, but the bolt head is not a 19. It's either like a 17 or 18. Well, what kind of fun is that? Let's just grab all my wrenches. How's that sound, Maddie?
Great!
Great.
So you could test all of them.
Let's see here. Is it a 17? It is. So the head is a 17, but the nut is a 19.
Wow. What is 7
Oh, tight.
plus 2? It's 19.
I thought it was 6, 7.
Shush.
Kids don't like when I talk their talk. I can't say 6, 7. Huh. So apparently the bolt head on the bottom part there looks like it has drugged something and it's kind of ground down. And the wrench still fits. Oh, this one's tight. Oh, that one's tight.
I like how you're moving your leg.
Yeah. All right. Let's give it a little bit more. Okay, so even double wrenching it. That doesn't want to come loose.
Triple. Huh?
All right.
What about that?
I just happen to have the 19 millimeter impact socket here from when I took the wheels off. So let's make a little noise.
Ah!
It is not turning. There it goes. I need new. All right, so it started turn. Now the head's turning. Was that loud, Maddie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it wasn't turning. It was just turning the bolt. I gotta go get a breaker bar. All right, so we got our 1/2 inch drive breaker bar. What sucks though is I've got to hold the back end with a wrench. Get on there. Okay.
Maddie? Yeah? Sure. Wait, can I tell? What is it?
Oh, that just hit my not so funny bone. I just bounced my elbow off the concrete, but guys, it broke loose.
Yay, that's good though.
That is good. Not so much from a. Why do they call it a funny bone, guys? It's not funny. It's not funny.
It's because some people laugh when you hurt your funny bone.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Oh, yeah. It's still tight though.
In the kitchen. Why? Because I was excited.
Why was your phone in the kitchen?
No.
You don't know? Why did I start on this side? I'm backwards handed here. All right, I'm gonna get loud again, Mads. All right.
Is that all?
Yeah.
That thing's really loud.
Yeah.
That is called a gun something?
It's called an impact. What is it called? Impact driver? I don't know. I call it a zip gun.
Why? Because it's basically as loud.
It just zips the bolts out. So I call it a zip gun. There goes the lock washer.
This blue is also matching my socks.
All right.
This
So,
blue is matching my socks.
Are these shocks any good? These shocks are no good. That should have had more resistance and should have just kind of sprung back. Let's see how I can just push it so easy. Now that has a lot of resistance coming back out. So
Let me point it a little more at you.
you work it a little bit, it starts coming back. So anyway, we're going to replace them. We're going to hold on to them in case one of these air shocks fails or something. We got to put something back on there. I guess I can start taking the bolts that hold the arm on. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing there, but so we got to get these loose now. And you guys are right in front of my head, so this might get a little fun. Are these going to be 19s also? Let's see. Sure are. And how much you want to bet these are going to be extremely tight? And I only have one 19 wrench, so this is going to end up being fun.
Daddy, look right here.
Wow. Oh, gosh, my back just popped.
Yeah.
That is very tight.
Are you gonna use that again?
I don't know. No, probably not. It won't really fit in there.
That just moved by itself.
The bench or the stool?
Yes.
Yep. It's haunted because it's Halloween. All right, you guys are right where I need to be. You know how to count.
Because I'm a second grader.
You're a second grader.
Yeah. I've counted to 724. So,
These things are tight.
Daddy, did you hear me?
What?
I counted to 724
That's a lot.
during.
Here, Maddie made something for you guys. What does it say, baby?
For the fans.
It's a heart, and it says for the fans. So if you guys are fans of the show, of the channel, wow, my whole camera fell out.
Yep.
So if you guys are fans of the channel, Maddie, that heart is for you, from Maddie. Oh.
Imagine I got in this thing. It'd be so fun.
So the only non-deep well 19 I have is only 3/8 drive. I've got a 3/8 1/2-inch driver, but it's too long. That's the reason why I can't get my deep well in there. And I don't think this is going to have enough leverage. We'll have to think about this for a bit. Let's see. See, I
That's
can't.
not how I write my name.
Oh, gosh, that is tight.
That is not how I write my name.
Get a little more leverage on this. Hopefully it doesn't slide and bust my knuckles.
Me, myself. I spelled it M.
Oh, gosh, that thing is tight. Let me hit it with some more PB. I think it's just torque tight. I don't think it's rusty.
Now I'm just gonna.
This little pan where the bushings for the bumps for the Z-bar goes is right in my way. Can't get another click up. Oh gosh, something moved.
What is something?
Yeah, it moved, guys. I can't get another click on the ratchet. Oh. Okay. Gosh, that might have tore my ratchet up. Hey, I think that destroyed this cheapo ratchet that I have. Does that mean? Oh yeah, it started pulling. I don't know if you can see in there. It started pulling the guts out of it. Does that mean I might have to go to Harbor Freight and get new tools?
Can I come?
No, I'm not going. Not yet. I've got other ratchets. Okay. Okay, that one's loose now. Watch your head there, Maddie-san. I need to reach in here.
It's not Morty-san.
Hold that door for me.
Pinky strike. Daddy, I'm doing pinky strike.
Yep. Take that e-brake off. Let's see. Oh yeah. I still don't have much slack in that. Probably still gonna have to take that e-brake cable off there. All right, so the next one I got to get is down here hidden. I might be able to get that big breaker bar on that one. I've already got tools everywhere. Well, if I get the breaker bar, there's no room to swing it. Nope. I can't get it straight on there because of that stupid perch. I'm not even going to be able to get the regular one on there. Boy, they don't make this easy to get to. I might only be able to get a wrench on that. Well, that gets on there. Oh, guess what? That one's tight too. Let's see. Maybe if I'm down here, I can try to get this straight. Oh, it's not straight, but I think it's on there enough. Nope, I hit the ground. Breaker bar is just a little too long. Oh, I hate bumping this car when it's up on jack stands. Man, that sucker is tight. Let me go to the other side and see if I can't pull it. All right. See if I can't pull it and break it loose. Oh. Oh, jeez. Sucker is tight. I doubt this is going to line up. Right there. Oh, something turned. Whew. See if it at least broke loose. Oh, yeah. See, this is the deal for the bracket for the Z-bar. And I don't know if I'm going to put that back on or if I'm going to leave it off. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, there's supposed to be, these two bolts for the front are the same. And I believe, I saw one video, since this one goes through the bump stop, I believe it's supposed to be a little bit longer. And it is. I don't know if you guys can see. This is the one that goes through the bump stop. And it is a little bit longer than the two that go at the rear. So just remember that. So now I need to find something to support the whole axle, because this whole axle and everything's going to slide back and come out of the spring plate. But you don't want to let it hang because it'll tear up your CV axles, your joints. So we need something to support it up back here. Okay, so we're back. I found a ratchet strap. I was able to strap that back up to the bumper. I'll show you in just a second. The other thing is I did have to take the parking brake cable loose. There was not enough slack in it. Let me get a light on here. As you can see back here, I had to pull that out a good 2 to 3 inches to get it to clear. And I've got the axle pulled up, and I can see looking back there, my axle boot is completely shredded. So I know what I got to do this winter. Need to put some the rubber boots on. But as you can see now, the spring plate is loose. So what I got to do now is get in here, take these 4 bolts. I'm going to loosen them off. Maybe just pull them out. And then I've got to get, you can see the spring plate is sitting on this perch right here. Some people say put some tension up here. Some say go ahead and pry it. It's going to have tension. It's going to pop down. You don't want to get any body parts underneath it. But I got to get that pop loose. Once I do, I'm going to scribe a line so that if anything happens, I can go back to where I'm at right now. Because there's some splines in here and you can get this stuff way out of whack. So I'm going to go ahead and get these bolts out and we'll get that pop loose. Now we got to see if we can get this cap come right off. And there we go. Ooh, there's still fresh grease. And this bushing looks like new. Man, that's not bad. Anyway, so this is your rear suspension on a VW Bug. This bar right here is a tension rod. So imagine it's a long solid rod and it's splined on both ends. So the way it acts like a spring is it holds solid at one end, and then this end, every time you hit a bump, it'll spring. And that spring still is what is your suspension back here. So what we got to do, and I've got to look up the chart. I think it's one click down. Let's see. I can't remember if it's inside or outside will give you more. One's like 2 1/4-ish, a little more, and the other's like 2, because the outside's got a different number of splines than the inside. So we gotta get this bushing off of here. Now we're gonna go back on with these same bushings. I was worried about that, but these things look brand new. I say that, they're probably original. They've been capped the whole time. And what I want to do now is this is going to be our reference mark for when we go down one notch, if we go down on the outside. But that's going to be our reference mark there. And then up here, I want to reference mark that and that, so we know that that's where we were, which that's not going to change, because if it sits all the way down on the perch, that's where it's going to be. Now, once we drop it down, we're going to scribe a mark on that of where it's at. Woo! That right there is why they say, be careful. I was not expecting it to come down that fast. And my stupid brake cable is still in the way. So you can see how much tension was on there. Be careful when you do that. So now that we know that that's down on there, it's sprung down, I'm going to take my screwdriver and I'm going to mark a line across there, even with that, so that if something does go south, we can line back up to that line that's scratched in there. We put the rod back in, line that back up to there. Now, let me pull up this here chart. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but if I move the inside tooth down the inside back in there, down one tooth, that is going to, or move it up one tooth, that is going to lower the car 2.5 inches. If I do the outside tooth one and leave the inside in place, that will do 2.35 inches, which is 2 1/4. I was wanting to do 2.5, or did I say 2.5 or 2? 2. 2.5 wouldn't be bad. So I'm thinking I am going to take the outside torsion bar just one. That should be 2 1/4 inches. If I can do the outside just one, will be 2 1/4. And that should put us right about where we want. I hope I'm reading that right. I think I am. You can adjust this down to about 1/4 inch each time by moving a combination of inside tooth, outside tooth. So if I was to move the inside, lifting one, like we were raising the car, one tooth, and then move the outside down one back up, that would lower the car 1/4 inch. But I don't want to mess in the quarters. I'm going to just do one tooth. That should, if I take this, and you can see where I marked it, and I want to move that one tooth up this way. If I do that, put this all back together, that should lower this side 2 1/4 inches. At least that's the theory. We're going to find out. So I've got to try to slide this out of that bushing. There's another one of those rubber bushings behind here, and keep it splined on the inside. I don't want to move the splines on the inside. And I can tell already that that is not moving. And the inside splines are trying to move. Let me go get a hammer. So I'm going to hit this in the center. Okay, see how it knocked it back loose in there? And now we're going to want to come out some more. Sometimes you can, yeah, see, I just did that and held the torsion rod in. I wish I could get this parking brake cable out of the way. I mean, it's not holding me up bad. It's just being a pain. So we got to slide this out, and you're going to slide it out until you just feel it release the teeth. And I went way too far, but we marked it. But you can see here, now that you see, there's the bushing here, and this is the inside torsion bar. And you can slide it out and adjust it by the teeth on the other side too. And man, I am screaming right in your guys' ear too. I just saw that too. So now I need to try to get this to spline back in. Oh, fighting is all this grit and grime in here. Get it with some Brake clean. All right. Okay, so we want to pull that just until it comes out of the splines. Right there. We want to go up one notch. Get it back down and see. That is not. That is one notch off. Okay. So we're back. So what we've done, you can see our marks. It's kind of hard to see because we're not looking straight on it, but you can see that our marks are one notch up. So we moved one tooth up. So in theory, what we did is we put less tension on this. But we got to get this spring plate back up onto the perch, which it shouldn't be too hard because we took a lot of tension off that that rod. Gotta get this light out of my way. Oh, this light's going crazy on you guys now too. So I'm just gonna pick this spring plate up with a jack until we clear enough to go inside that spring perch, which we are, but now we got to get the bushing back on here. I'm going to just verify one more time that we went one notch, which it appears we did. More than likely, I'm probably going to screw this up, and I'm probably going to have to take it apart and do it again. But, you know, that happens. Now, if you're putting new bushings in here, you are going to have hell tightening this thing up. You're going to actually have to go get longer bolts to put in there, tighten it down, and then put your shorter ones back in. Since I'm reusing the ones that were there, I can get by with using the shorter ones. See, if you had a new bushing, they're so thick that it's going to push this plate way out. You'll have to go get a couple of bolts, like 2 bolts that are longer than this, and put those in across from each other. Suck it down enough till you can put the originals back in here, and then pull those long bolts out and replace it with the shorter ones. Oh, that's tight. Okay. Well, hopefully I got that in the right spot. All right. So I believe I've got that where it needs to go. You guys saw me take it apart. I'm going to just reverse that, and I'm going to get this side knocked out and put back together. The only other thing that I might change here is I might put this back on and see how it sits, and then I can always get in there with a hacksaw or something and cut that rubber in half if I need to. So we'll see. All right, I'll bring you guys back after I get this side complete. You're not handing them to me no more? I thought you were my helper. Give me another one.
I need an echo.
An echo. Another one.
The last one.
Okay, give me the gun.
What is it?
It's on the floor. Okay, here. I'll start them, okay? You ready? That one. Woohoo! That one. That one. That one.
I like the echo.
And that one. Already. Echo. No. After this, I'll have to get it all back up to run the airlines. But just to see. I don't know if I messed up those the notches on those torsion bars. I think I got them off. I think I either didn't go any on one and one on the other, or I went one notch on one side and two on the other. But we're gonna find out. I have a feeling I'm not gonna be able to get this jack. Yep.
What are you doing, child?
You found a cricket? Max, you stay up here, dude. Oh, you're eyeballing something out there. If I did what I think I did, it's going to lean this way.
More than it already did.
Like 2.5 inches. Very noticeable. If that happened. Or I might have got it right. I don't know. We'll find out.
Good job, Whiskers. Hey.
Nerves. Let's see. It's in neutral, by the way.
It's rolling.
Yeah. Which is good. I need it to roll. Doesn't look like it. Well, I mean, it definitely looks like I lowered it, but it doesn't look 2.5. Wow, this thing rolls easy. You need to roll it back and forth to get the back end to settle down. This thing's rolling so dang easy. Okay, go put it in gear for me. There's no parking brake right now. Slap it into gear, any gear. Gear. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that.
Very nice.
Okay, it is definitely still leaning to one side and a lot more noticeable now. It is definitely leaning, but it's lower. Not as low as I thought it would go, but I have a feeling I might be hitting the bump stops. Also need to definitely got the low look to it now, though. What sucks is I didn't take a measurement of this before, and I really should have. We're now at, let's go center straight up, 23 3/4. Hey, get back up here.
Maxie, come here.
23 3/4. It's level across the back, according to those fenders. Now we know by messing with the front fenders that don't mean crap. And the bump stops are on the front, so I can't see if I'm on them. Oh wait, no, they're right there. Oh yeah, I'm hitting the bump stops hard. I am sitting on bump stops. And it blew the caps off. I expected that. So here's the question. Do I cut the bump stops and go even lower? Or do I leave it on bump stops right there? I think I'm going to leave it on bump stops right there.
For now.
Until I get actual air right. Because I like this. This is tucking good enough. And this is a ride height. You know, that's not that slammed height, the stance that I wanted, but it's... My whole ordeal right now is if something goes wrong with the air shocks, which I'm afraid that my pump's on the way out, my air compressor. But if something goes wrong with that, I can still drive that home. I like it. I like it a lot. I still wish that front end would tuck like the other end. But that's fender. I just, you know, looking at that, this fender's different. That fender over there is 1 inch lower. in looking at the car, it looks like the car is still leaning, but not as much.
Is the car leaning or is the roof bowed funny?
It could be. And it could be just, I see that fender. That fender there is more flat.
Mm-hmm.
This fender kind of bumps up a little bit, so it gives you the illusion that it is leaning.
That's what I think. I think
That
it's an
is-
eye trick.
One of those two fenders is an aftermarket fender.
Yeah, probably this side, because that's the side that wrecked.
I need to find a pair of red 67 matching fenders.
I think it's a,
Because I don't know which one's original.
yeah.
So if I can find a good pair of matching original 67 red fenders, I would slap them on there.
Call Mr. Earl Mann.
Yeah, I might call him and see.
They don't gotta be pretty.
But I like the way the back's sitting. It's just barely tucking. I could probably get it to drop another inch if I took the bump stops out. But I don't, right now I don't really think I want to. Not until I shake out those, not at least until I get give me another compressor.
You can always take them out later. You can't put them back in as easily.
The bump stops? Yeah, I can't, if I take them out, I got to buy new ones because they're molded
said.
into the metal. I got to cut them.
Like I said, you can always take them out later.
Yeah, it's not like they just bolt in.
You can't just put them right back in.
If I cut it off the bracket, then. Now, one thing to watch if you guys do this, and I'm trying to eyeball my tire, and it looks good. The spring plates are slotted, and that adjusts your rear toe, which I will eventually, once I get the air shocks in and get it at drive height, we will do a measurement. But one good thing is, with it being all old stuff, I could see the witness marks from where it was before, so I just lined everything back up. But they are slotted. They're about, I'd say 1/4 inch longer than what the actual bolt is, so that you can adjust your rear toe if you need to be. I like it. So now I just got to put my parking brake lever back together, adjust that, and then, I don't know, maybe later this evening or tomorrow, I got to get it back up in the air and tap into my air lines, run them back, and hook up the air shocks. All right, my hands are dirty. I'm gonna wash my hands, get me something to eat, and I might come back out. I don't know. We'll find out in a minute.
We might carve pumpkins.
Oh yeah, did you get some?
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, it's been a little while. Like you guys saw earlier, I got it lowered. It's sitting on bump stops, which I could probably get it to sit lower, but right now, until I get actual airbags, I don't think I want to go any lower than the bump stops. Wow, you can't see me out here. That way, if anything happens, I can still drive it home. You know? Just like the front when I put the adjusters in. But you saw how low it's set. It looks pretty good. But I went ahead and I've been spending the last couple of, I stopped for a minute. Kids went carved pumpkins. Allie's over here trying not to fall asleep in the garage. Everybody else is in bed. It's not late. It's 10 o'clock, I think. Not between 9 and 10. But I've been out here for the last couple hours contemplating how to run the airlines. And I figured a way out. So I'm going to crawl up underneath this car and show you. Okay, it's going to be hard to see under here. Because all I got is this stupid light. But you can see the airlines here. We've got a T here. It runs across anywhere where this line came in contact with anything. Because it's just that plastic 1/4 inch airline. Anywhere it came in contact, I ran it through some thick fuel line. Let me get down here and show you what I've done. So it comes up here, it tees, it goes across, runs through some fuel line, comes through here, hooks up to the shock, comes back here. As you can see, another piece of thick fuel line. You get the light out here where you guys can see. Oh, that light plays heck with this. Thick fuel line, and it just runs along this channel. I've got a zip tie about every foot or so. It runs that way all the way up, and it runs over there, and it tees into the front. The reason why I teed into the front is I only have a single switch system right now. I only have one control valve. I know that's not the best way to run it, because if something happens, I lose air in all 4 shocks. Whereas if I had separate for front and rear, if I lost something, I'd only lose front or rear. If I had 4 valves and I lost air in one, I would only lose that side or that corner. So, but this is how I'm going to run it right now. It's getting pretty late, so I think I'm going to button this up and probably get back on it in the morning, because the stuff I've got to do now. I've got to run the impact gun to put the wheels back on. I've got to run the compressor. You know, it's getting kind of late. So, I don't know. I'm going to sit here and think about it. I'm going to sit here with Allie. Say hi, Allie.
Hi.
You falling asleep?
I'm trying to know.
You're trying to not fall asleep?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They've had a long day today. Carving pumpkins and trick-or-treating down at the little event and playing with their friends. What?
The pumpkins went out.
Huh?
The pumpkins went out.
Yeah, the candles went out. It's okay, we've got more. But yeah, I think I'm gonna sit here with her a little bit. I might try to put the wheels and stuff on if I can do it quietly, but anyway, I'll bring you guys back either later tonight or maybe tomorrow. Hi guys, so it's the next morning. It was a little bit of a late night. I was out here till about 10:30, 11 o'clock-ish. Everybody else was pretty much asleep except for the boy. He was video gaming. So, like I told you last night, I got the air shocks all plumbed up. And after I shut off the camera, I went ahead and put the wheels on, got it down on the ground, tried the air ride a little bit. Again, with the light, just like the front, it's only going to pick it up enough to give it a smoother ride. It's not like full air ride. Hey, what's
Hi.
up?
Hi.
Hi. But yeah, the air shocks are just going to pretty much pick it up so that it gives it a little bit better ride, because it is sitting on bump stops right now. I'm really itching to cut those bump stops down another inch or so. And I might just do that, see if it'll lower any more. But I still want it to sit, you know, say I bust an airline or something. I still want it to sit to where I can drive it so I can get it home to get it fixed. But before I do any of that, today I've been having an issue with it starting, and not engine wise, electrical wise. And come to find out, I believe this is the issue. My negative battery terminal was a little loose, and then I got to messing with it, and the wire's all corroded underneath the terminal. It's just a mess. So I went ahead and bought a new negative battery cable that I can get on there. So I've got to put that on and then see how that works, see if that fixed the issue. And then we need to get it out, play with it a little bit and see. Here's how it currently sits. And you guys saw it last night, I believe. I got the back seats out because I got to work underneath. So yeah, I've got a new brake cable, listen to me. New negative battery posts that I've got to get put on there, wire. I'm going to clean up where this bolts to the body, make sure it's bolted down good, get this on. The other one is just, it's already stretched here. It just won't tighten up anymore. And then it's the bolt-on kind, and you can see the wires all corroded underneath. So I think that might be my issue with why I'm having starting issues. Like it left us in the drive-through line at the burger joint the other day. It's kind of embarrassing. Good thing I had the jump box. Put the jump box on it, and it'll start right up, and it'll stay running. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this put on, and then we'll get this thing backed out and maybe go for a little ride and see how it acts. Like I said, I'm still thinking about getting the back end up and cutting another inch out of those bump stops. All right, so new batteries in, our battery cable. You can see a new cable with the new end come around. I got down here, I took these off. I went ahead and got a wire wheel on my drill, cleaned up all the rust. There was a little bit of surface rust underneath there. Cleaned up the bolt on the wire wheel, got everything cleaned up. I'm going to, you can see the back seat still has the horsehair still in it. And every time I put it on and somebody sits, more of it comes out. So I'm gonna vacuum that up. We'll clean up this battery. This is my protector. I've told you guys before, you always need to put something over this battery to keep the seat springs from shorting out. So I'm gonna clean that up. I'm gonna put another strip of double stick tape on here. And I might just clean the whole, or vacuum out the whole car while I'm at it, since I've got the vacuum out. But this is the battery cable that was on there. And get out here in the light so you guys can see. As you can see, it was already stretched. It wouldn't tighten up anymore. And you see that corrosion down in there? I think that had a lot to do with my starting issue. I hope. I've got that on there. I haven't tried it out yet. Look at this end. You can see the corrosion down in there where it meets the connector. But I'm going to get this vacuumed up and get it pulled out. I'm anxious to drive it. I'm still contemplating on cutting them bump stops. I don't know. Still thinking about it. Maybe one more inch. You know, maybe cut an inch off of them. They're like 2.5, 3 inches tall. So, all right, question for you guys. Those married guys. You guys ever been in the middle of a project and your wife jumps up out of somewhere and just completely starts a whole nother project? And then, of course, you got to get involved? Yeah, that's where we're at.
I'll do it. You just won't let me.
I gotta run a chainsaw.
I've run chainsaws before.
She wants to take this flower bed out, so I'm gonna cut it into some manageable pieces so that she can get it out. We'll see how that goes. I hope there's enough gas in here because I don't have any more two-stroke gas. Hey, that's good enough. Yeah, there's some bolts and screws and stuff. I hit a couple and it dulled that chain up. Hey, maybe next week video we'll work on chainsaw. Ugh. Well, this will go on the shelf to be fixed and it'll sit there for 6 months. Now I gotta get all this sawdust off of me because I just vacuumed the bug.
Yay.
And I need to get in there.
Yay. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so you can see on the back, it doesn't raise it up at all. It just puts some air in the shocks to soften the ride a little bit. I definitely got to get a better compressor. But as you see where it tucks right now in the front. All right, dude, go ahead and hit that switch and just hold it down. So you can see the front goes down about an inch, inch and a half. If I just had a better compressor, if I had a compressor that would pump more air, like I said, that compressor only does 100 PSI, and the cheap Amazon switch that I bought, pressure switch, is supposed to shut off at 100. It shuts off at like 85, 90. So by the time everything, and now that I've added 2 more bags to the system, I'm lucky if I can pump 80 psi into those air shocks. They run like 150 psi is what they're made for. So yeah, I'm definitely not running them to their full potential. Hopefully I can get a new compressor soon. That would really help out. But yeah, guys, so that's gonna be this week's video. Man, she looks good though. God, that looks good. So that's gonna be this week's video. I don't know what we're gonna do in the next couple of weeks. Kind of run out of bug stuff to do until I can get some parts. We got to get to working on the wife soon. Next weekend's Halloween. Also got to go over to the mother-in-law's shop. You remember that trailer load of stuff that I had after I cleaned out my shop? It's sitting at her house, and I got to go unload that and do some work over there. Try to find the stove that I'm going to put into the garage. So we got to do that next weekend. So we just might have a weird short video next weekend of just piddling around again. The wife's little side project.
Yeah.
She tore out the whole flower bed here. It looks like we got a tree, a couple of trees, and a rose bush cut down. You gonna try to save the rose bush at all?
I don't know. Being a jerk right now.
Well, I'm gonna have to see if I can't get that cut out of there, and we might transplant it into a pot and see if we can't keep it. Apparently that thing's been here for many years, since before we moved in.
Supposedly it came from them,
Yeah.
and then theirs original plant died.
So yeah, guys, like I said, that's gonna do it for this week, and we'll just have to wait and see what we get into next week. So again, I'd like to thank every one of you guys for watching, hanging out with us. There's the boy and the wife, and the girls are in the backyard. I can hear them playing with the neighbor girl. So they're out there. It's a lazy Sunday. We're just hanging out. So
Not very lazy.
yeah, not lazy for them. But yeah, again, thanks to everyone for watching and hanging out with us. Go check us out on Facebook and TikTok, No Clue Garage 580. If you like what you see here, go ahead and like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And over on Facebook, go follow us on Facebook. Go follow us on TikTok. I try to post every couple of days or so on TikTok with what's going on. So try to keep people updated. So, all right. Well, we're gonna wrap up here. I gotta get some chicken on the grill here pretty soon. So, till next time, we will see you guys.